Hi there everybody, Adam Giles here from Mirror World News. Today I have an interview from both of the publishers here at Mirror World Publishing, both Justine Dowsett and Murandy Damodred. Today we're going to be talking to them about their own inspirations and how they have been writing their own novels. Stay tuned. Hi there, welcome back. Like I said, we have both publishers here from Mirror World Publishing. We have Justine Dowsett and we have Murandy Damodred here with us today. They have published a whole series of their own books as well. They are both authors, and today we are going to have a quick interview with them both. So first of all, welcome very much to Mirror World News.
Welcome very much to you too.
There we go. So we have to ask, the very first question is, you both have a different writing style. Some people will write books in collaboration together, but you guys do it a little bit differently, and that's so a lot of people don't know this tactic. So I'd like you to just kind of explain how you both do your collaborative writing.
Well, we mainly use Google Drive, which I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with, but it's a document that allows us to both be in the document at the same time, so we can watch each other write. We pretty much write back and forth like a conversation.
It's all reactionary. I don't know what she's going to say. She doesn't know what I'm going to say, what's going to happen. It just happens.
So who has the overarching story of it, or does it just all come naturally?
We plan it out in advance, the two of us, but I mostly do the narration and any of the characters in the background of the world, the setting, that sort of thing. And then Murandy usually plays the protagonist for usually one or two characters in the story.
Okay, so any of the lines of dialogue within one of your novels is usually going to be you then talking.
The action and the words, yes.
The action
Sometimes I throw her completely off.
Throw the story right out. So that kind of leads to my next question here is, do you find that style difficult to do?
I actually found it less difficult to do because we work so well together. We've been doing this for so long that, you know, having Murandy there really motivates me to keep going, and then vice versa. She finds the scenes really interesting, so she wants to keep writing and keep going with them.
So there's not anything as a writer's block. I don't know what that is. I don't know what a writer's block is.
Oh, it's because it just kind of flows out naturally, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well that's a really neat tactic. Like I said, it's very rare to hear that kind of tactic done. Usually collaborative writers will say, you handle this part, you handle this part.
Right.
But in this part, this way you both kind of do it completely in tandem from the whole beginning.
Yeah, and what I like to tell people is that anytime you're reading an argument, we're actually arguing.
You're arguing over Google Drive?
You actually hear the keys like...
Right on. Now, this is kind of a one-on-one question, but what do you find is the hardest part with writing in general? And I'll start with you this time.
What's the hardest part? Making sure that it flows correctly to the next scene and making sure that I'm not derailing it so that there's another chapter 17 that's an alternate that we have to rewrite. It's happened.
Don't ask about chapter 17.
We will not. Or in the comments if you want to. They might answer you in the comment section.
Got a little crazy. I find that rewrites are the hardest because we've done so much and it's been such an easy flow, and then when you go back to fix it up or to rewrite something because it didn't work, then you have to rewrite almost everything to make it all fall into place again. So we've had some major rewrites, and those have been the hardest.
Okay, so kind of like major rewrites that occur during a story, like chapter 17.
Yeah.
Or sometimes when we have beta readers, they don't like what the character did, so then we have to redo all the character's actions.
Just gotta kind of go back and redo whatever happened and go from there.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, I can see how that would be really, really frustrated.
Yeah.
Now, where do you get your ideas and your inspiration? A lot of new writers, they have all these ideas, and sometimes they don't know which one to focus on. How do you guys pick an idea and go with it? How do you focus on one?
We hash it out together. We kind of like have like one theme, like a boat or swashbuckling or this or that, and then we just kind of roll with it and then we brainstorm.
Yeah, and a lot of the ideas and character concepts come from role-playing because we're both avid role-players involved in role-playing games and that sort of stuff. So a lot of the ideas of the worlds come from there, and maybe our map-making skills, our character-making skills all come from that.
Right on. Well, yeah, I got a lot of my inspiration from my role-playing as well, I have to say. Now, you guys have several books that you've published together. Do you have anything that you're working on right now that maybe the populace is not aware of that we can get a sneak idea about? Or
We actually just had a brainstorming session last week, so it's very hush-hush, top secret right now, but it should be set in the world that is unintended. So it should be set in the same world, but not about the same characters. We're thinking something maybe on the other side of the world, or closer to Sagard, if those of you are familiar with the world. But we're thinking kind of a swashbuckling Sherlock Holmes style fantasy adventure.
There will be romance because I'm involved, but
Because you're involved, there's romance?
yeah.
Are you the more romantic of the writers?
I like to fall in love.
Aw. Isn't that adorable? So, is this like a rewrite of Chapter 17, or?
No.
I'm going to keep coming back to that. I don't even know what book that's from. From your first book. Okay. So, what is your favorite genre, each one of you, to write or to read in?
Dark fantasy, romance, both.
To read and write?
Yeah.
I always read science fiction, and then I got into epic fantasies. The only reason we write romance is because of Murandy here. But it's science fiction and fantasies, anything speculative.
Right on. Now, I know Mirror World Publishing has their additive of escapism, or escapist fantasy, or not even real fantasy, just escapism in general. What does that mean to you guys?
Anything that takes the reader away from the here and now, brings them to another world, time, place, another version of reality, teaches them something about, what we have in our world, and kind of brings them back, maybe feeling that they've seen another culture or learned something new.
Right on. And do you have any advice for new authors, people who are just starting out their writing, something to kind of help them ignore the first hurdles that you encountered?
I'd say just keep writing, and you can go back and fix it later, but if you stop writing and you go, oh no, I did that wrong, you'll stop and lose the flow.
Yeah, I agree completely, yeah.
Yeah, we both have the same philosophy, which is write as often as you can, preferably every day, but the more breaks you take, the harder it is to get back into your story. And even though it's your story, you know it so well, writing every day just keeps that flow going, and you're less likely to encounter obstacles.
It's a great advice, because you have a lot of new authors who will write really, really hard, and then they'll find a part where they kind of stop, or life gets in the way, as it always does, and then they'll take a break from it, or they won't go back to it, and then it's so hard getting that momentum back again. So yeah, just keep writing. It's great advice. Now, you do have your books. We have a whole bunch of the Mirror World Publishing books right behind us. I'm just going to grab a couple here that are that are yours.
Put them up on the screen.
Yeah, I'll probably do that too. But we have this one. This is Unintended. This is your newest one, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and just give us a brief synopsis of this one without reading the back of the book.
So Mackenzie Encharid is Clan Chief's daughter from a northern kingdom, and she comes down to marry the Prince of Ismera to uphold a treaty that her father and his father have made. She gets there, and the first thing she does is marry the wrong man. So
It's an accident anyone can go through.
You play that character?
Yes.
Yeah, so there's 4 main characters, and all of their plots intertwine, but it all starts from that one mistake that's made, and then just everything unravels so quickly for them.
I am interested. Right on. Well, we definitely are going to be keeping an eye on the other books that are coming out. Again, the Mirror World Publishing has its submissions open right now, so you're definitely getting a flood of that happening right now. But we just wanted to take a few minutes just to talk to you guys about how they work whenever they do their writing. So thank you very much, everybody, for coming to watch this video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and definitely make sure to check out Mirror World Publishing to find out more about not only these 2 authors, but all the other authors and all their books that they have there at Mirror World Publishing. So thank you very much for coming out.
Thank you, Adam.
Thank you.